Shades Eve has finally arrived in Wildstar, and Nexus is all decorated with spooky spiders and stuff like that. And it's actually pretty good. There's a lot of cool stuff on offer. But sadly, the grandness of this new event has been eclipsed by something that accentuates one of the major problems with Wildstar. And that's what I wanted to talk about very quickly today in this Wildstar Quickly. It's just a comment thing. I have to bring it up. So along with the wonderful spooky atmosphere, the new expedition, and the new questing and event stuff, Wildstar added a couple of interesting things to the marketplace to be purchased with their free-to-play currency and stuff like that. And it can also be purchased with Omnibits, the usual stuff. But there's a problem here. The two items in question are a Warpig mount and a haunted house for your housing plot. Now, a little bit of interesting stuff. Wildstar's been having some issues with multiple character unlocks through the marketplace and through various other things. That while some items are unlockable on a bunch of different characters, some aren't, and it's causing some problems. This is the biggest example of that problem, and something that I really hope Carbine can get onto and fix. This whole shadiness was pointed out by Reddit user The Ribka, and I'm pretty sure I just mispronounced that, so I'm sorry, on a post on the Wildstar subreddit earlier today, right after the event went live. So I'll start with the Warpig. So the Warpig is a mount that you get. It's all spooky and ghosty. It's a skeletal pig. It looks real cool. But the big problem I have with the Warpig mount is it's a single character unlock. Now that wouldn't be such a huge deal if it also wasn't $20. That's a huge amount of money to spend on a mount for one character. I mean, when Blizzard charges you $20 for their mounts, at least they're unlockable on every character you have, whereas this Warpig, which is pretty close to the same price as those crazy mounts that Blizzard sells, is only unlockable on one character. This is really bad. I think that Wildstar should really give you the option, maybe a $20 version that unlocks on all of your characters, or a maybe $10 version that unlocks on one, so people have the choice. But just having the one character unlock, and for so much money, that's unacceptable. I'm sorry. The second big issue is with the Haunted House item Decorum Fab Kit that you can get for your floating house in the sky. So it's a really cool item. It's actually an entire new house, a second house that you can decorate the inside and the outside of, which is super cool. There's a lot of cool stuff there. The problem is it A, is $20, and B, is one-time use for one character. Now, the one character thing I can understand, but the one-time use thing is completely unacceptable. When I spend money on a cash shop for an MMORPG, I expect that that money will be usable with... It'll be... The item that I'm getting from that will continue to provide value for me onward forever. But this Haunted House item is one-time use, which means you put it up on your plot, say you want to take it down to put something else up, that house is gone. That means that nice, wonderful fab kit I spent $20 on is toast, gone. The value is completely evaporated in a second because there's no way of replenishing it. It's just poof, gone. So that's entirely unacceptable for a free-to-play system of any kind. And Wildstar's got one of the fairest free-to-play systems on the market, but the fact that this house just disappears when you use it, or when you get rid of it, that you no longer have access to it, is insanity to me. That can't possibly be a good idea, or acceptable in any means. The idea that this thing can't be replenished, yeah, it's big bad. Just there's a really easy way to solve this problem, though, is just make it replenishable. Make it an account-bound item that you get. It can even be on a single character. That one I don't really care so much about because it is purely decorum, and it is a really cool decor piece that is really kind of unique. But at the same time, it needs to be replenishable. It needs to be that I can tear it down and put it back up, or what have you, however many times I want to, because being able to lose that $20 because I wanted to tear down this housing item is completely and utterly butt-fucking crazy. I understand you need some vectors of making money, so I'm not really concerned about the price of these items because they are, it's your only source of really making a ton of money and making sure that Wildstar keeps going, because I want nothing more than to see Wildstar keep going onward into the future forever, because it's an amazing game. But you can't go around allowing people to lose value completely on an item that they paid real money for, which would be the Haunted House. Or you've got to be able to understand that if you're charging so much for something, it needs to be account-wide. That, the boar mount, it should be available on all of your characters if I'm plopping down $20 for it. I get that you guys need to make money, but don't be dinks about making money, I guess would be the thing. I don't want to see WildStar fall down the path of some other really sadistic MMORPGs that I'm not going to name the Old Republic, but I do know you guys need to make money. So just be a little bit more fair. Maybe tweak these things, give us the ability to use the mount on multiple characters and make that house replenishable, and all of these problems disappear. Because otherwise, Shades Eve is awesome. Super good job, by the way, guys. That adventure is fantastic. But thank you very much, and I hope that this message reaches some people at Carbine, and I hope that you guys get it sorted, and that I can go back to loving WildStar forever, because that's all I love to do. Thank you very much, and you all have a fantastic one.